Alright, it's still Monday night, so you know what that means. One more edition of Mud Mule TV coming your way via Bobbeth TV on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We've headed from Bakersfield over to Pevely, USA. Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55. This is the Knuckleheadz iRacing League Run Watch Your Brung series. Choice out of 8 different styles of open wheel race car. Open wheel dirt race cars, so modifieds, sprint cars, midgets, things like that. And a different track each week. Now, you can only run, out of those 8 cars, you can only run 6 of them once. 2 of them you will be able to run twice. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see. We see a lot more modifieds on the track tonight than usual. So practice is coming to an end. Tom Land, 11.898, has been our quickest out there. 7 races. John Bennett, Wayne Bridges, Travis McDonald, I saw. We'll have to wait and see who else is out there. There's Barney in the flag stand. He's getting ready for a big night of green flag waving action. Who we got out there already? Christopher Standridge in the 22. Wasn't able to race at Kern Raceway earlier tonight in the modified series, the 358s, but able to get out here tonight to get it done. See Wayne Bridges on the... Oh, we don't have the track map. I was going to say Wayne Bridges on the track map, but you guys don't see the track map. Let's get it back up on our screens. There it is. Wayne Bridges, Christopher Standridge, Tom Land, Travis McDonald, John Bennett. 12.193 is our quick time. That's Tom Land, Christopher Standridge, 12.653, 13.049. So I believe they will be the gaps. 12.1 around quick time, 12.6 around the halfway mark, 12.9 will possibly be one of the slower sort of ends of the times around the track. John Bennett's brought the 358 back out on the track. That's the same car he raced in the Waynesville Mod Series just prior to this tonight at Bakersfield. That was at Kern Raceway, Kevin Harwick's Kern Raceway. Lance still has quick time, 12.191, 12.360 for John Bennett in second, 12.590 for Travis McDonald in third, Christopher Standridge 12.653, Wayne Bridges 12.708. Now sixth car looks to be Josh Roberts. What time is he going to put up on the board? Jump over to him. That was meant to be the cue to jump over. 12.465, so he's moved into third. We do see the sixth car as well of Jonathan Foxworth, a new driver. Not familiar with this driver here, so let's have a look here. The 06. 12.865, just about 1.5 tenths behind Wayne Bridges. He's in at the sixth place. Christian Standard, he's got a fifth place score of 12.653. About 2.5 minutes to go. I imagine we will advance that forward a little bit. Alright, oh, the 22 is still out there. Let's get him back on our screens. Hey, Dawson, how's it going? I'm good, man. Why aren't you on the track, though, sir? No, how you been, buddy? You're not well, I remember you saying yesterday. Hope you start to feel better soon. Chris out there really trying to lock in some seat time. I don't think it'll necessarily advance if Chris is out on the track. he's doing that, give me one moment, guys. I'm going to fill up my water. I'll be a second. Dealing with an annoying sinus infection, also I completely lost my voice, but I'm in yeah, it seems like a worldwide thing, the whole throat voice thing. I'm like, obviously I'm the other end of the world, and yeah, I'm a little bit croaky, a little bit sniffly today, congested. Um, it's weird. Yeah, I attribute mine to daylight savings ending in Australia this weekend, so clocks went back an hour. Um, just always messes up your circadian rhythm and your sleep pattern, and all of that sort of stuff. All right, heat one. We can see the 91 of Tom Land. Looks like he's in a wingless sprint. Then it's going to be the 42 of Josh Roberts. Christopher Standridge back there, as well as Jonathan Foxworth. We see Chris just trying to get Tom Land's wingless sprint started. They don't have any ignition, so they jump start, roll start. Roll start, not jump start. Yeah, so like if a broadcast was say 8 p.m. Eastern, that was 11 before 11 p.m. 11 a.m. for me when before your guys' daylight saving started. Then daylight saving started for you guys, so it went to 10 a.m. for me. And now that we've finished daylight savings, it's 9 a.m. So yeah, a lot earlier in the morning. But no, it's cool. I like it. It's not too bad. Means I've got a lot more of my afternoon now. This means I'm just going to wake up a little bit quicker. Have my coffee, so I should be good to go. All right, pace trucks in the pits. The green flag's waved. Heat one of the Run Watch Your Brung series here at Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55 FAPA. We're going to call it. No. Underway. The 91 of Tom, the Missile Land in that wingless sprint. He's just gotten out of here. I did say in the previous race and interviews that the 305s and stuff really seem like a weapon against some of these cars. The modifieds generally have a better takeoff, but the other cars just get up to speed, and once they're up there, they pass you like they're standing still. Halfway mark. Try and get back and have a look at those other cars. Mr. Sandridge in a second place. There's Josh Roberts in a third. Back behind him, Jonathan Foxworth. Generally follow the lead of the track, not very worn out yet, so quite tacky. So the boys just sort of going through the paces at this stage. As the 91 gets the checkered flag, wins heat one. The 22 Christopher Sandridge second. Third Josh Roberts in the 42, and in the fourth, the sixth, Jonathan Foxworth. But congratulations, 91 of Tom the Missile Land, for winning that. All right, heat two. John Bennett, Travis McDonald, Wayne Bridges. If you've ever been a part of a Mud Mule TV broadcast for the R3 iRacing League or for the Knuckleheadz iRacing League, you will know that for whatever reason, a heat race just isn't a heat race unless Travis and Wayne are in the same one. It is a very big constant in this series or in this league, and it's not intentional. It's just something that I see all the time. Yeah, Josh, I think obviously having some family matters to deal with over the last couple of weeks, but as he mentioned in his interview, hoping to be at the tail end of that. So yeah, thoughts and prayers and love to the Roberts family. Good to see him back on the screen, and it was awesome to have a chance to chat to him as well. All right, heat 2 down that backstretch we come. John Bennett, Travis McDonald, Wayne Bridges. Travis a little bit didn't get quite set for that turn, so drifted up the track a bit. That's allowed Wayne Bridges to casually come under the bottom line of him. Himself into second place. Those of you finding us on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch on Bobeth TV, this is Mud Mule TV, Knuckleheadz iRacing League. It's the second night of 3 nights of racing action. Last night was the Motor International start of the week. That was the sprints. Tonight we had the Wayne's World Modifieds, and now the Run Watch Your Brung series. Tomorrow night, the Roberts Electrical Dirt Street Stocks. Last lap. Let's get back up to John real quick. Couldn't catch his run into 3 and 4 and just watch him casually get down that front stretch for the win. The checkered flag waved by Barney to signify the end of the heat. Second, Wayne Bridges. Third, Travis McDonald. All right, this is what we've come for the 30-lap main event. Now, we'll go through how they've qualified in just a moment, but due to the way the point system works, the top 5 in points will go to the back of the field. So, John Bennett, Christopher Standridge, Josh Roberts, Tom Land, and Travis McDonald are our current top 5. Now, Tom Land has pole, John Bennett outside pole, Christopher Standridge and Wayne Bridges second row, third and fourth. Third row, Josh Roberts, Travis McDonald, Jonathan Foxworth back there on the fourth row, 7th spot. But we do know that John Bennett, let's see, John Bennett, Josh is already back there, so that shouldn't be too bad. Tom Land will also go back, so we're going to have Christopher Standridge and Wayne Bridges on the front row. Alright, I'm sure John's not going to the rear. There we go. Wayne's going to come past him. Tom Land should be at the back, shouldn't he? Yeah, I believe he's... Alright, look, the boys know what they're doing. It also looks like Jonathan Foxworth. He's going to get a push right up to the front as well. Looks like it's him alongside Travis McDonald. Sorry, Wayne Bridges, then Travis McDonald, Tom Land, Josh Roberts, Christopher Standridge, John Bennett. A little bit of a congested field there. Some of these cars obviously very similar in speed, the big blocks versus the modifieds. But the sprint car just not able to weave through the field and take advantage of that higher top speed. 92 up in the world. Jonathan Foxworth coming out of Georgia here. He's got the race lead. He's got almost 3 wide cars behind him. Travis McDonald, Josh Roberts and John Bennett. starting to make his way up through the crowd now. He's up into fourth, slid his way into third. Holy crap, that was a crazy move. See what they call him, the missile. John Bennett and Tom Land just having a few blinking issues there. Nothing crazy. John Bennett's our race leader. He's going to move past Jonathan Foxworth. Tom Land's moved up into third. Travis McDonald in fourth. Josh Roberts fifth. So Jonathan Foxworth has fallen back down the field there. Not sure what happened. Gone right back down to the end there. The 22, they are battling it out. That is for third, fourth and fifth. I'm going to get up to the leader though, because I know that wingless sprint is fast, and John Bennett, Tom Land, they're going to battle all day if they can. Looks like Tom Land's got past him. I just can't quite get the cameras up there for some reason. There we go. That's what I expected sort of to happen eventually. Once those sprint cars, or any variant thereof, will not beat you off the line, but once they get going, they will get going. Yeah, it's a lot more of that modified, that UMP sort of open wheel mod field tonight with just the one wingless sprint car. But yeah, like I was saying, I would almost put a sprint car up against anything after seeing the run which you've run so far. But obviously you've got the 305s, the 360s, 410, the midget, the new midget that I can't remember what it's called, and obviously the wingless sprints. So you've got a few to choose from out of those cars, and then obviously the 358, the big block, and the UMP, and yeah, it just seems the wingless, the sprints, the overall sprints, just an absolute weapon. All right, let's get back and see what else is going on the track. Halfway mark, just 15 laps remain. Josh Robertson, Travis McDonald still battling it out for third and fourth. Strength of field tonight, 14:51. Lowest I can see is around 1100. What's that? 1055, 1055, 1150. The highest I can see there's like 1897. So yeah, I think that is it. It's very balanced also. It sort of feels like a bit of an official race almost. Ironically though, the lowest I-rating driver on the track is our race leader, Tom Land, 91 machine. John Bennett's in second, Travis McDonald third, Josh Roberts fourth, Christopher Standridge in fifth, Jonathan Foxworth, we see on our screens there, sixth, and just behind him there, the 92 of Wayne Bridges in seventh. Having the wall there, nothing too crazy, just upsets the line a bit, not the momentum. Just about to finish our 10 to go lap, 9 to go, lap 22 of 30. Josh Roberts, Travis McDonald, third and fourth. Tom Fox should have finished. Yeah, as I say, those sprints, if you go back and watch any of the Run What You Brung replays, yeah, not the quickest off the line. They look very slow off the line, hard to get them up to speed. But once they are, they just make the rest of the field look like they're standing still. It's insane. But at the same time, at the end of the series, those boys that have raced the sprints to get that advantage will run out of that advantage eventually and have to run a couple of mods. So hopefully they've built enough of a points lead where they like in the points chase to sort of be able to do that and not gamble the championship away. 2 to go almost. Just the 2 cautions in the Waynesville Mod Series earlier tonight. No cautions so far as we hit the 2 to go mark. The 91's coming down that backstretch. There's a decent lead over the 1 in second. That is Tom Land first, John Bennett second. There's Tom Land there as he gets the white flag, 1 to go. Actually comes around 3 and 4 behind Jonathan Foxworth. Gets that checkered flag to win the Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55 round of the Run What You Brung series. Second, John Bennett. Third, Josh Roberts, John's teammate, J&J Motorsports. Yeah, a lot of the guys are saying that the upgrades, the changes, everything's sort of coming together really well for the sprints. So I don't like them. Never. I sort of got used to the 305s for a while. Maybe the 360s. I can't remember one of them. But was always on the seat of my pants. So it was always interesting. But yeah, I feel like I might need to check them out. These guys make them look so easy, though. I say that every week. All right, so yeah, Tom Land, John Bennett, Josh Roberts first, second, third. Travis McDonald finished fourth, fifth. Christopher Standridge, Wayne Bridges, sixth, and Jonathan Foxworth in seventh. All right, we'll jump up to the Discords. All right, we're going to start off with this man. He qualified outside pole for the feature due to the top 5 points going to the back. They had to race his way up a bit. He was coming into the race our current Run What You Brung points leader. Might still be given that finish. Tom Land back there in fourth coming into this race. But John Bennett, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, that start from the back, obviously, you had a lot of other sort of the mod style race cars, the UMPs, 358s, etc., in front of you. Bit more familiar than what you would normally see in the Run What You Brung series. Sort of allowed you to get off to a good start and race your way up through. Tom Land, not to get to him straight away, but I was sort of predicting the sprints. We've seen every version of the open wheel sprints. Just not a great starter, but once they get up to speed, they do make the other cars tend to look like they're standing still in a sense. But it took him a while to get up to speed. Were you concerned of that one wingless sprint car in the race? Obviously, it was a concern by the end of it, but at the start, was that a focus?
Any sprint car, you're concerned about the speed, but then I mean, it was Tom driving, so I'm just waiting for him to spin out, and he never did. So
It sort of balanced each other out. It was no.
yeah,
Tom.
I was hoping he would spin once late, real late. This way, he didn't have time to just pass everybody and get me real quick. But
Yeah, and no cautions. Only the 2 cautions earlier tonight in the Waynesville mods. No cautions here tonight. Do you attribute that to a more balanced field?
yeah. I lately we haven't had a lot of cautions though. I mean,
Yeah, true.
we have a lot of new guys, a lot of veteran guys, a lot of um, I don't know. I think we got just the right mix, I guess, that we're passing around enough tips and techniques to, and then the racing is staying pretty clean. I mean, every once in a while we have a little incident here or there, but nothing that really makes a race get drug out
Yep.
for extra time or anything. So, and like Jonathan there is his first night in the league. I think he was saying he just bought iRacing 5 days ago. So welcome to him. And he did all right for his first night. He goes, I'm just happy to keep all the wheels on the ground. So
Definitely. I mean, he was up there racing up the front for a while. I think he got caught between a little bit of like avoiding traffic and the wall and fell back and that's pretty much he sort of once race speed got up to speed. We know that it's kind of hard to really pass unless there are cautions. So yeah, he finished towards the back, but we had a few returning / new drivers here tonight in both the races, and I think that as you said, it's you're good with tips. You pass information around. It's not really a sort of a gatekept league, so you can return from racing other leagues such as Sam and Ant tonight, and Jonathan racing his first race. You're always going to learn something, no matter which end of that spectrum you're at, and I think that's what I really like about the Run with Your Brung series, because it's not just, well, I guess driver versus driver. It really is car, track, and there's so many components to consider, and it just, yeah, it's such a fun race to watch.
Yeah, I like that we get to mix it up. I was worried about being in a 358. I thought for sure the UMPs were gonna eat me alive, but I'm glad I was able to turn the 358 into some points. This way, it's not a setback. I could just keep looking forward to the next week now.
Definitely, and yeah, I think in terms of, obviously we've spoken about the sprint cars, but in terms of the modified side of the open wheels available, the 358, obviously the lower class, and the one that I guess there's a few 358 drivers that are like, oh man, I can't wait, I'm definitely using that twice, sort of thing. But there's others that it's sort of more the bogey car. It's not the one they're more used to racing. So I think making sure you get it on the right track. Obviously, Federated Auto Parts, not a big track, but not a small track, just a little under zero point 0.3 miles. But the shorter tracks, I think that's where the other cars aren't going to be able to get up to speed as much as they like. The 358 is obviously a little bit easier throttle control. So I think, yeah, coming into this is the official halfway mark of the race, the season. So yeah, from now moving forward, February possibly not. Knoxville and Charlotte definitely is where we're going to see those early car choices coming into play in terms of how the points start to balance out. I think we've got it's basically, yeah, it's 10 points between first and 10th basically. So, and at 5 points a win, some of these races are obviously going to be very important.
Oh yeah, like I've told you before, I'm better in a sprint car, so I'm already saving my second run for the 410 and saving my second run in the 360 for when it's going to matter here down the stretch, and try to get the best result I can, and kind of know where I'm going to run the rest of them now with only 5 left, and there's not that many to choose from now. So it's going to start getting down to making sure guys are following the rule and not running cars too many times now that we're passing the halfway point and all that. So
Yep, definitely making sure that yeah, you don't want to race a car, even not so many too much times, but racing that one car twice when you don't want to sort of get it out of the way too soon, and using it up and only having another car to be able to race twice with. So no, definitely a lot of strategy and thought needing to go into it, especially if you want to be contending for that championship at the end of the season when we get towards Bristol and Lernerville. All right, man. Well, look, congratulations to second place here tonight. I know the first battle of the Waynesville mods, that was a pretty tough battle. Good race, and that top 5 race there was a lot of entertaining moves and battles there too. So congratulations on that top 5 finish in that race as well. It was a lot of fun. Before we let you
yeah,
go, sorry, you were going to
I
say
made
something.
I made that really dumb move. I don't even know what you could call it there on that restart, and kind of went up between Josh and Anthony there. And I was like, it looks like a slider, but I was not trying to throw a slider, and I kind of just went right up between them. And Josh was like, I don't know what you wanted me to do. And I said, that wasn't your fault. I don't even know what the heck I was doing. So.
Yeah, I noticed there was a couple of times where it wasn't obviously a big issue. I don't think it ever caused a caution, but a couple of cars where it just looked like, for whatever reason, the best way to describe it was sort of that the nose was higher on entry than the tail was, sort of almost coming in, and they wouldn't set. It would just sort of drive straight up the track, almost like a slider. But sort of, I guess, the car sort of more left leaning than right leaning, like it should. But yeah, it was a tricky one. I think that might have been 1 and 2, might have been entry into 1, where yeah, it just didn't want to set properly for some of the guys, and yeah, it looked a bit scary. But obviously, you guys handling it, not a problem.
Yeah, it was fun. I don't usually get to race the modified series, so I actually left work early and said, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna get in here and ruin somebody's night. So
Well, yeah, got to second place. I think Chris, he's your main points chase, 2 points behind you at the moment. So he finished back there in fifth. So definitely going to broaden that gap out for the championship run. But before we let you go and finish your night off, friends, family, sponsors. Obviously, we're going to go talk to one of those in a moment. But who would you like to give a shout out to?
My woman and my kids for leaving me alone and letting me race when I want to race, and watching whatever she watches that I won't watch, and Wayne for setting up the Monday night series, and Travis for helping him out when Josh and I aren't around, and definitely Tom, I guess. He is my sponsor, even though he beat me tonight, which doesn't happen often, but he did it. So congrats to him, and I'll try again next week to get him.
That's it. That's it. Next week at Fairbury. So it's going to be an interesting race, week 6. All right, buddy. We'll talk to you possibly. We'll see you again Sunday night for the motorway double header. But we'll talk to you sometime soon. And congratulations yet again.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be out for the street stocks tomorrow.
Oh yes, street stocks tomorrow night. So, yeah.
I think tomorrow, I think Josh said it's throwback. So hopefully anybody listening, don't forget it's throwback tomorrow. And then next Tuesday is ugly car. And Mike Manise, expect a message from me. I need Josh's face plastered all over my car for ugly car night. So
these are the 2 rounds I've been looking forward to the most in the Robert Sledge Club. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to organize another team in Duro, which is where Knuckleheadz originally laid it out of. Because now we got two father son pairs. Now we got the Basingers, and Tom finally got his son Matt in here. So we got 2 Lands and 2 Basingers. We're probably be reaching out to you to get one of those broadcasted and just wreck each other for a half hour and let everybody out there see it.
No, definitely see if we can. We were talking about the Heartbreaker nickname in chat for the first race. Chris Standridge and I. It's time we coined a couple of new ones. So definitely keen for that.
Yeah, I think in the comments I saw Skid Mark. I think we were talking about dubbing Dawson Skid Mark.
Poor Dawson not well at the moment. Got a bit of a sinus infection. We wish him well and hope he's back soon. All right, well that wraps up. We'll wrap up a chat with you. We'll grab. I hope Tom's available for a chat.
Yeah, he's up there still in the other channel. He'll slide down.
All right, we'll see you.
Yeah, we missed you last night. I was trying to get you to talk to both winners because we had 2 different winners, but I probably should have passed that along before we got into the session.
Well, yeah, no, I was sort of sitting there. I was like, I'm not sure if they were I wasn't sure if you guys had an extra, like a different race you were going to go off to or what, and so bounced over to the Discord. No one was there, and so I was like, all right, I'll jump back. I'll do a little bit of the stuff on the stream, like the wrap up type settings and stuff as I'm waiting, and didn't see anyone in the chat, so I was like, oh, okay, no one wants to chat tonight. And I had an issue with interviews with my other league on Friday night as well. It's been a bit of a run of interview problems lately, so back on track though.
All right, well, I'll let you go so you can talk to Tom.
No worries, man. Nice to talk. All right, that was John Bennett. He was our second place finisher. Now we're going to jump up and speak to tonight's winner. Much like John, started on the front row but had to go to the back row due to the top 5 in points. The only sprint variant on the track, so I thought that was going to bode well for you, Tom. But with all the modifieds in the way, it looked like it was a bit hard to get up to speed, to get past a few of them. And those initial sort of the first 10 laps, was that a concern? Like obviously coming in with the sprint, you knew you were going to be able to get up to speed, but not getting up to speed as quickly as you'd like, was that a concern?
Oh, it was. They were big cars and in the way.
Yeah, not a lot of room, and they weren't really that courteous, keeping to the left and letting the overtakers come through on the right as we should. But no, it was it looked like it was going to be an interesting race, and we're sort of watching. There was a good little top 5 battle going on, and you sort of just out of nowhere, like I didn't realize, you just crept your way up into it, and once you got up there and looked like John was going to sort of hold you off once again, real estate wise. But it didn't take you long to get past. There was one move though. I think you were coming up from 3rd to 2nd, and it looked like it was sort of it was more of a momentum slider than an attempted slider, if you know what I mean. And I can't remember whose nose, whether it was John or Josh's, that you got past nicely. There was no contact, there was no issue there. But was that just the car was going in that direction? I'm going to have to let it go, or was that a
It
plan?
was.
Yeah, it
Oh
looked like
no.
the first one. It looked like, okay, I'm holding on. Let's see where the wheels get traction, and we bite again.
Yep, exactly. It was just hang on and get past them.
Now, from memory, and we might have to hassle John and ask him to write down each week what car everyone runs so we know. But I feel like you've got to be running out of sprint car options soon.
I have the 360 and 410 left.
Yeah,
I
and
ran
that's the one run, or have you run those already? And you got like a second run with
no,
those?
no, I have not. I've only run
Ooh,
the I ran the 305 and then I ran this one.
yep. That's got to work out quite well for you there because obviously 5 rounds to go, four of those. Well, I mean, you can run your sprint cars twice and have four races with the sprints, and that I think this season they are the car, the sprint variant. Regardless, I mean, if people pick different sprint variants in the same race, that's where racing will come into it. But if it's modifieds versus sprint variant, I don't think it matters. We've seen the 305 dominate. We've seen a wingless sprint. We've seen the midgets just do they just naturally have a higher top speed to the UMPs, or is it just that combination of sort of throttle control and sort of a slightly less powerful engine?
I think it's the lighter and more powerful.
Yep.
And makes it nice. And the I was the dummy that picked the midget and the at Eldora and
That's right,
got
back at the
lapped eight
start.
times.
Yeah.
So so that was kind of dumb. But and tonight was just okay. What car is going to be somewhat decent at I-55 and that I won't get too far back. And then when I picked it, and then everybody else came in with the modifieds, I was like, oh, okay, this might be all right.
Yeah, yeah, it certainly was. I mean, I knew coming into the last race of the first half of this season that some people were going to try and save car variants for the last half and things like that. But yeah, I was surprised to see more of a mod count than a sprint count. I thought that there was still enough room for sort of 50-50, but I think it was a more balanced race for those guys that were in the UMPs as well. Um,
Oh, absolutely.
so it was good, sort of a good round, not too great, not too bad, just a good sort of consistent round for everyone to move on and see out the last five races. Now February next week, then Knoxville, Charlotte, Bristol's probably the shortest track I think we've got on the circuit on the way, and then Lernerville. So yeah, I think car choice is going to be very interesting. Not to mention obviously the points shuffle, guys having to move to the back and racing through. Um, which of those ones are you looking forward to the most out of that February, Knoxville, Charlotte, Bristol, and the finale, Lernersville? Which one are you sort of the most looking forward to?
Probably Knoxville in the 410.
Yep. Now, Knoxville, if I remember correctly, that's the Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum track.
It is. Yep.
There we go. Look at me go, my racing knowledge. Uh, no, that was awesome. It was as I say, watching the start of the race, I was like, yeah, I reckon Tom's going to do well. Watching you at the back of the pack trying to get through added a little bit of suspense, a little bit of oh my gosh, is it gonna, is am I wrong this time? And then watching you get up to the front and then battle John, and obviously, John, I coined him the heartbreaker seasons ago, to see him, you know, have that sort of treatment handed back to him. It's that racing karma, and obviously I know you two are good mates, and you're our Sunday night sponsor, so a big part of that family. So bragging rights, I think the most important thing to come out of tonight.
Oh, and he is just so smooth in the sprint cars. And every when you think you got him, I was really surprised I won the other night in the non-wing
Yep.
car. And it was fun battling with him, and it's always fun battling with him. But he just seems like he has this other gear, and it's like you feel like you're doing good, and then all of a sudden he just kicks it up and checks out, and it's like, oh come on.
Yeah. Now, Chris said the same thing in the chat for the when we had the Waynesville mod race just prior tonight. That he felt like John. He was joking, saying that he felt John felt sorry for him in the the second feature and then let him win. But no, both of you ran great races, and yeah, um, John, I think is the like how do I put this without giving him too much of a big head? Um, he's every season. There's no one that really truly dominates. Sometimes they have a bit of an extended run, but there's always that one. There's always that one person in one of the other, in one league that just does. And I think the sprints and John is that thing. The first half of the season, we saw it was John and Josh from memory trading, basically trading wins, or it was either one of those two that would win a race. So,
Hmm.
this second half, the tracks are a bit more fun, a bit more racy, and we're starting to see John get a bit of competition and challenge. And look, it's what we say is what this is what the league's all about. You learn, you grow. It doesn't matter how good you are, whether you're the highest I rated guy on the track or the lowest. You're gonna pick up something. You're gonna take away something and better yourself. And we're seeing that this back half of the second the first half of the second part of this sprint car season as well. Yeah, John and Josh not so dominant once again, so we'll have to wait and see how that pans out. But no, I love that you guys are giving them a run for their money, and we had Anthony Morano and Sam Backman come back tonight as well, so that's an added obstacle for John in his challenge in his championship runs. So no, I think it's anybody's battle at this point, and it's awesome to see some of these names up the front, such as yourself. Travis McDonald was up there for a while. We had Jonathan Foxworth, a new guy, on debut, was racing top three here tonight as well
Oh
for a
yeah,
bit.
yep.
So no, it's awesome to
He
see it.
led 4 laps.
Yeah. So oh, that's right, because of the reshuffle. He was our pole position. He
Right.
was our race starter. So
Yep.
yeah, and that's the sort of thing we do see. Dawson Potter, another guy. He's in our chat at the moment. Dawson, love you. He's another guy that just had a few of those with the reshuffles, with the EOLs in races. Was able to have a few starts up the front, got a taste of it, and has gotten so much better because of it, and is constantly, in those challenges. And yeah, it's never any one guy now. It's there's always a few battles going on, and especially that Wayne's World race earlier tonight, that top five. Oh my gosh, from lap 1 to lap 30, that was such a good race. As well. So no, it was a good night of racing. Um, Congratulations to you as well, Tom. Now we've got the
Thank
Roberts
you.
Electrical Dirt Street Stocks tomorrow night. Throwback paints. Do you think you'll make it out on the track with a fancy throwback?
I don't know. I gotta see. I gotta see what the schedule is.
See what's on the diary. Well, look, if we don't see you there, I know we'll see you next week, starting with the Motor International late models, sprint, sorry, then the late models, and then obviously back here again next Monday night for the Wentworth and the Run What Your Brung series all over again. But before we let you go, and a big congratulations, friends, family, and your sponsors. Who do you want to give a shout out to?
MotoWare, of course, and all the competitors. It's fun. I really enjoy it.
Definitely the quality of camaraderie and drive and competitiveness on that track is like I said the last interviews on the first race. Second, I'd put it up against any other leagues out there. Second to none. I think it's you guys just quality drivers and it's hard, and it's even teammates will race each other to the finish line. So big credit to you guys, big thanks to you guys for always putting on a great show as well. Congratulations for the win, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you soon and have you back in the booth anytime.
Alrighty, thank you, and thanks for what you do for us.
Thank you, Tom. Bye. All right, that was Tom Land, our winner here tonight at the Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55. Our one run what you brung. That is so hard not to say one what you brung. Get the W's and R's mixed. Run what you brung series. Visit to Peevely, USA. All right, tomorrow night we're at the Roberts Electrical Dirt Street Stocks Throwback Paint Night and we're for the next 2 weeks. Roberts Electrical at possibly the best dirt track on our schedule, the dirt track at Charlotte. Throwback Paint Night tomorrow night, a week's time, ugly paint night. So join us for those. All right, guys and girls, thank you so much for tuning in to Mud Mule TV on Bobbeth TV on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Thank you for the follow, Jonathan. Best of luck next week, mate. You were looking great pardon me, out there. Thanks for the chat, Doris. Hope you feel better soon, brother. Thank you, everyone, for watching. My name is Bob. Love is all, Bob.